Mike Bacsik making waves on Cowboys Twitter with Tolos.
What do you do?
Tolos were listening, and he had the take that Kyler Murray is better than Dak. We should have followed up with him during a crosstalk. Maybe we can get that done tomorrow. Now, Dak's better, but I think Kyler's in his rear view. Okay, as a passer, Kyler struggled with the intermediate range quite a bit. I think he was 27th in the NFL, like mid-range passing efficiency. Bottom 5 in the league at it. But he's good at the deep ball, like Dak is. Top 10 at the deep ball, and good throwing it short. Plus, he can run. So, and he can run well. He is slippery. He can, what do you have, 10 touchdowns rushing last year? 700 yards? 11 touchdowns rushing. So, I don't know if he's been able to play with the quality of supporting cast that Dak has had either. It's improving. It's improving very nicely when you can acquire DeAndre Hopkins and trade away David Johnson. That was a great trade. And I looked up quarterback rankings online just to try to see what, like national outlets were saying. They have Kyler somewhere between 8 and 12, and they have Dak for the most part somewhere between 5 and 9. So objectively, the nation's opinion of evaluators from a national unbiased perspective is that, Dak's higher up in the pecking order. But 8 to 12 is where Dak was after 2 years. So I wouldn't rule out Kyler growing into a better player than Dak. I'm not sure which one I'd rather have for the next 10 years. Kyler improved significantly year 2 from year 1, and he was hurt. Too. Maybe they make the playoffs. Maybe they get in. So, but yeah. And then the other thing to look at is the injuries. Kyler's been banged up, right? But so's Dak now. The shoulder in 2019 and the leg last year. That might be kind of even, Steven. And then as far as how close are you to the top, how much did Kyler even play in college? Dak got a lot of experience there, and he's had
the one full year at Oklahoma and a couple of years or a couple of games at A&M.
Yeah, that was a weird situation. Anyway, I said a lot there, guys. Go ahead and just jump in. How do you compare Dak and Kyler at this point?
I think Kyler's good. It's hard to guess how these guys are going to grow and what they're going to turn into.
Who's the hardest to prep for if you were a DC?
Probably Kyler. I think the legs of a quarterback are a big-time wild card in the NFL.
He throws it well enough with the legs, which we've talked about before as a nightmare for defensive coordinators. But Dak runs around well enough, but not like Kyler does.
Yeah, not because Kyler will
he
do
throws
it all
the ball
over the
better
field.
than Kyler, though.
Yeah, he throws the ball better, and Kyler is a better running threat. But yeah, I think that's the world we live in, where we've got the very, very top of the quarterback pecking order with Mahomes, Rodgers, if you want to throw Russ in there. And then there's kind of a cluster from 4 or 5 down to 10. And I think they both exist in that area. If I have either one of those guys, I'm pretty darn happy about the future of my team. And then I've got my guy.
Yeah, both hard to prepare for. Both of them are hard. I think Kyler's ability the escapability, I think, is even more difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it's crazy when you add those legs. Like Michael Vick was never the best quarterback in the NFL, but DCs were terrified of him. They're like, it's keeping me up at night.
Yeah.